Alrighty, so today what we're going to do is everybody's in their prime rebuild. Terrible name, I know, but I'll come up with something better. Don't you worry. So today, that's what we're doing. I know King of the Fourth Quarter did this, I think almost 2 weeks ago now, a little bit over a week ago. And it kind of like, I saw the video and I was like, wait a second. I'm pretty sure someone has commented that before. Comments right here. He commented over a month ago at this point, close to a month ago. And I was like, you know what? That's a really good idea. So if you guys have any ideas, you have any crazy rebuilds that you want to see, or just, you know, some like rules or anything that you want to set for a rebuild, let me know in the comment section down below. I have like a rebuild idea book that I always write down different comments that I see or anything like that. So like if you have any ideas, leave them down below. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm actually gonna show you the roster right now so that you guys can kind of get an idea of what it is like. So what I did was I just searched prime in the roster vault. So like this is what I did. I just went to the roster vault, I did search, I did prime, and I know it says prim, but if you search prime it still comes up. And then I just did the most recent one, prime rebuild, because I think like 3 of these rosters are all the same. I think they just copied each other. So let me pull up that roster so you guys can get somewhat of an idea, because I want to do a rebuild for this, or I want to do a fantasy draft for this rebuild. So let me show you the roster first. All right, so as you can see, like every one of these players in their prime. So as we go through the rosters, you guys can kind of see who the top players are. Some of these ratings I don't fully agree with. I think some players should be a little bit higher, some players should be a little bit lower, but you guys can kind of get the idea of who's at the top, who's kind of sitting lower than, you know, the rest of the players. But it's kind of cool to see all these players kind of in their prime version. One of the main players that I've noticed that really stands out to me that should be a little bit higher was Paul Goldschmidt. But when you look at the rest of them, I see some of these ratings, some of them are pretty good, some of them are still kind of questionable. But like I just want to kind of to show you some of the main players who really was at the top and like who was kind of lower and things like that. So you guys can kind of see as we go through it. I'm hoping, have we gone past the Angels yet? No, there we go. Albert Pujols 95. I feel like it should be like a 99 for sure. I feel like that's definitely someone that should be a 99. You know, same thing with Miggy. Miggy probably should be a 99. Just max out those stats. Like those are prime versions there. But there we go. This is what we're gonna do. Obviously, I'm limited on the rosters that I can choose. And if I were to sit there and fully customize a roster, that's gonna be just a lot of time commitment, just because I'm super picky with the way rosters are. So let's hop into this one. Let's get this started. So like I said, I want to do a fantasy draft. So fantasy draft is going to be on. I'm going to try to keep it to a 3-year window, and I'm going to have ignore budgets on, just because I don't know like the whole budget situation for certain players, like the contracts. I don't know if they all have the same contract. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it like this, and we're going to hop into it. These are the settings that we're going to use. Force trades, blah, blah, blah. Actually, you know what? Let's back it up. I want to do universal DH. Let's have some fun with this. Let's just go full universal DH. Everything else is the same. We have a lower pick than what we originally had, so I guess that kind of hurts us. But with everybody in their prime, I feel like we can't really go wrong with who we pick. And looking at this, I kind of feel like Robinson Cano could be kind of glitchy at the age of 27 too. Ooh. Okay, that might be my pick. Like Yelich. Okay, Yelich might be kind of good. McCutchen could be kind of good as well. Ooh, now I'm starting to second guess myself. I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go for a prime McCutchen. I feel like that's kind of cool. So I know he's 32, and it's not necessarily the age, like not the ages are correct. I can't speak English today, but I'm gonna go prime Felix. I feel like that's a cool car. That's like a cool player to have in your team. Prime Felix. Oof. Unstoppable. So let's keep going through this. I'll do a couple more picks, but then I'm gonna let the CPU handle everything and see what they can pick out for us. So maybe we'll go 5 picks. And looking at some of these players, I'm kind of unsure who to go with. You know, like Nelson Cruz would be really cool. Like a prime Cargo would be awesome, even though he's 34 years old. And looking at it, like Michael Brantley in his prime, JD Martinez, I feel like is like just a hitting machine. So is it really gonna change too much? But let's kind of see what we can do here. You know what? I might go shortstop here. And like a really good hitting Didi might be the move, unless we've got like a really good hitting catcher, which I'm kind of looking at some of these young. I think Salvi might be kind of nice. Or a young catcher in Wilson. I don't think I've ever used like a really good hitting Salvador Perez. Let's try it out. All right, just for the memes, I'm going Chris Davis. 90 overall Chris Davis. Are you serious? That's insane. We're definitely doing that. So here we go. One more pick, and then we're going to let the CPU handle everything. So I'm kind of interested to see what we could go with here. I wish the ages were like prime version of everything. Obviously, I could go and like edit all of them and like create the players and everything. Definitely a huge time consume. But that's again not proper English. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Basically, it would take a large amount of time just to make sure that would happen. But let's I don't really know who to go with here. Do we go with another pitcher? I feel like that's kind of boring, but like maybe that is just the best option. Let's go with the shortstop. We didn't take a shortstop. Maybe go Didi. I'm not really seeing anybody else that we could go that would kind of be like something kind of different, something kind of cool. Cargo's gonna fall off like crazy. George Springer at 88 is not terrible, but I feel like I get him quite often. 36 years old. You know what? Let's go Yoenis Cespedes. 33. He should still give us a good season or two of like hitting stats. So let's do that. I'm going to simulate the draft from here. Let the CPU handle everything. And let's go take a look at our team. All right, so let's see what the CPU gave us. We got Hernandez, Porcello, Carlos Martinez, John Means, Trevor Williams, and Alec Bettinger. Well, he's in the farm system, but okay. McHugh Garcia. Oh, wow. Our bullpen is... Yikes. Our bullpen's bad. Oh, boy. But we've got Salvi behind the plate. I'm cool with that. Chris Davis at first. Oh, yeah. Give me more of that. Howie Kendrick at second. I'm cool with that as well. Luis Arias. Ooh. You know what? Those are some good picks right there. Hunter Dozier. Bo Bichette. We got Bo Bichette. I'm happy with that. Cespedes. McCutchen. And Luplow. Ooh, not too happy about that one. Jared Kelenic, though. I might use him as a trade piece to get us a really good right fielder. Because, like, our team's good. Like, our team's okay. But, like, I want a better DH. So, let's go make a couple trades. See if we can boost up this bullpen a little bit as well. Because, like, this is just straight garbage. It's weird. I know. I don't think I would normally ever trade for a Nick Markakis ever. But Jared Kelenic, Brendan Rodgers, and Jorge Bonifacio for a prime Nick Markakis. He's not going to lead the league with like home runs or anything. But like he looks like a really good player. Super friendly contract. This is like a no-brainer. Next trade, I'm going to go for Jeremy Jeffers of now the Giants. But like his stats look really solid. It's a one-year deal. I'm thinking that's the big thing. We're getting rid of Brock Stewart and 2 D potential pitchers. Might as well do that. I'm gonna go for Jose Alvarez, kind of like my new lefty go-to cheap reliever to pick up for Cedeno and Olsen. I think I still want to pick up one more just because Minter is just not the closer I want. So let me go find a new closer that's really gonna help us out. All right, let's trade Turnbull, Minter, and Heineman for Brad Hand. And I think that might be it. There is a couple issues with this roster. I've noticed 2 Bryce Harpers, 2 Craig Kimbrells as well. So what I did is I just took like the worst of the 2, and then I just lowered the ratings for the Kimbrel and the Harper. So that's what I did. Let me go show you what this team looks like. All right, so this is the team. Season 1, we got Kendrick, Markakis, McCutchen, Chris Davis, Yoenis Cespedes, Salvador Perez, Dozier, Bichette. And then our bench kind of looks like this. A lot of platoon players with Arias, and actually mostly just Arias and Luplow. We're going to be swapping in and out like DH or just kind of fitting in the team here and there. Well, since it's universal DH, I guess I could just show you the right-hand DH lineup. There's that left-hand DH lineup. So this is the team. It looks solid. I'm definitely hoping Luplow can pop off as a DH there. That would really help us out since we don't really have a lot of power. That's kind of one thing that I've noticed. Pitching, I'm gonna see how it goes. I don't even know who Gustavo Raimo is. Is he a real player? Like, what? I gotta look that up. I don't even think he's real. Yeah, he's not even a real player. I'm gonna trade him. I need real players on my team. All right, there we go. That's the trade. I guess I could go like kind of crazy and just like pick up another bullpen arm since we are kind of lacking in like really good bullpen arms, or I could go crazy and try to get a better pitcher. But I feel like the team's okay. Like let's test it out. So this is the trade I'm gonna do for Ross Stripling. Maybe the CPU just made random players like they do, and they make like not customized but randomly generated players. Maybe that's what the CPU did, and they just threw them into the draft. So there's the team. It's not bad. It's not fantastic. I'm kind of interested to see where we rank. We're first. I don't believe that one bit, but let's figure it out. We'll see how it goes. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. See how this first one plays out. All right, so we didn't make the playoffs. Mind blown. Mind blown. Okay, 89 and 73 didn't make the playoffs. The crazy thing is, okay, so August was like in this area, we were like 15 games above 500, almost 20 games above 500, and like we still kind of finished at a good spot. Maybe just the Central was really good. Yeah, I mean, we're still the first team, but like I guess these teams are just better than us. I don't know. That's weird. Looking at, oh, we missed the playoffs by a game in the wild card. Oh man, that's a tough one. Not a good start to the rebuild. One season in, no postseason. Rick Porcello though, kind of nice. So you can see Bryce Harper led the league in batting average. Really? Okay. Carlos Santana along with Albert Pujols. We got Cesar Hernandez, Shin-Soo Choo, Lincoln Rodriguez. Who is Lincoln Rodriguez? We just got randomly generated players all throughout. Matt Kemp. This might be a Matt Kemp that I want to get on the team. Like, he's going to be unstoppable for sure. Home runs, 43 for Pujols, along with 45 for Pete Alonso. And then awards, we got gold gloves, but gold gloves aren't going to win you games. You know, we need to score some runs. We need to get better pitching, and you guys can kind of tell who's winning awards around the league. Is that going to be a good Dellin Betances? He looks nasty. That might be a Dellin Betances that we definitely need for the bullpen as well, because if he's going to pop off like that, that could be a 100%. We need to get that. So let's take a look, see how everything went. Ross Stripling, I'm going to try to keep him as long as possible, as long as he does well. Jeremy Jeffers wasn't a great trade. Colin McHugh, not great. Yohan Lopez, though. Okay, I'm cool with that. Jose Alvarez, Luke Jackson. Oh, boy. Brad Hand. We got to think about this. King Felix did great. Porcello was nasty. I might have to bring him back. That's insane. John Means was good. Carlos Smart. You know what? Besides Trevor Williams, I'm really happy with the starting rotation. Pretty bad bullpen. It wasn't great. It just wasn't great. Jordan Luplow, the DH. You know what? That's a good season. I'm happy with that. Tyler Flowers, backup catcher, meh. You know, Torres, meh. I don't know who that guy is. Don't care. Max Schrock, I know who he is. Yikes, what a bad season. Arias, he got on base. That's what I expected from him. Howie Kendrick had a solid season. McCutchen, that is what I want to see from McCutchen. That was unbelievable. Chris Davis is doing good. You love to see that. Salvador, he got Chris Davis contract? 23 is not terrible. Salvi, not as good as I would have hoped. I was hoping for a little bit better. Cespedes did well. Hunter Dozier, not so much. Bo Bichette was okay. And Nick Markakis was fantastic. I can't believe I left him at the bottom of the lineup there. But you know what? We've got some pieces to build around. It wasn't the best of years. It definitely wasn't. The Rays defeat the Marlins. I actually want to go check out their teams. All right, let's go check out the Rays first. And that's a good top half of the lineup for sure. Holy cow. And then the Marlins was the other team. Where's the Marlins? There we go. And LeMahieu, Yelich. Maybe Yelich was the move instead of McCutchen. But Springer, I mean, that's a good team too. Wow. All right. We'll take a look at their pitching really quick just to kind of get an idea of what they're working with. I mean, that's not bad. You know, Walker Buehler in your 3 spot. Okay. And then the Marlins, that's a pretty solid squad as well. Yeah, okay. We're definitely going to make some trades. We're definitely going to improve this team. I haven't even looked at the budget with this squad, so we're definitely going to have to look at that. I'm not really focused on retired players or Hall of Fame for this because I've noticed there's a lot of duplicate players in this. A lot of them are really low rated though, so we're just going to focus on the ones that we can, you know, that are high rated. So for this, you know what? That's actually not a bad deal here. If I can drop that down, 13 million for King Felix, yes. McCutchen's going to be expensive for sure. Brad Hand, I'm going to let walk. That was not something I wanted to see at all. 3 mil for a bullpen arm, not terrible. Cespedes, if I can do like a 1-year deal, that's fine. Maybe even make him a DH. That'd be cool with me. Porcello was outstanding. So let's give him, yeah, that kind of 7 mil. I lost where the salary amount was. 7 mil for him's not bad. I'm going to let Howie go. Even though he's a good hitter, he's going to drop off. Jeffers wasn't good. McHugh wasn't good. And then I'm going to let the rest go. I'm pretty happy with the team that we have so far. And let's kind of see what we can do here. 40-man. If they go, they go. Arbitration. I'm going to let... Ooh, do I bring back Luke Jackson? I think I'm going to let Luke Jackson go. Trevor Williams. I'm probably going to let him go too. I feel like we can get better options. But everybody else, I'll throw them a contract or arbitration offer. Contracts, I'm going to offer it to everybody as well. Let's go take a look at our budget, see where we stand. 4 million is actually a lot. So we're... Oh, no. Okay, so he didn't take the contract. So McCutchen, Felix, and Cespedes didn't take the contract. That's tough. Oh boy. So we need a closer, a couple bullpen arms, potentially a starter, a center fielder, and a couple other spots. So, ooh, we're going to have to figure this out and hope it works out. I'm really hoping we can get Felix. A closer, maybe Ken Giles, a couple other names there. Catcher, I felt like we were okay with Salvi, probably more of a trade piece. First base, we got Chris Davis. Second base, Arias, not terrible. Third base, Dozier, probably going to end up trading him. Shortstop, Bichette, he's only going to get better. So I'm okay with that. I could even bring in Didi, maybe move him to third. You know what? If I can get Jock instead of Cespedes, I might do that. Other than that, I feel like we're pretty good. We're going to make some trades. Team's going to look nice. I'll see you guys for next season. All right, for season 2, we're going to make a couple trades because pitching was not good in free agency. Like, we got really unfortunate. I'm going to trade Bettinger, Almanzar, and John Schreiber for Yoni Chirinos. That's going to be our 5th starter, possibly move up a little bit. All right, I'm going to trade Van Meter, Morgan, and Duzenek for Dylan Betances. I said I wanted to get him for the bullpen. There we go. All right, so Dozier and Salvador Perez. Salvador Perez becomes a free agent after this year. He didn't prove he can be a good hitting catcher. I tried to get Posey. I tried to get Yachty. Couldn't do it. So I'm going to settle for Omar Narvaez and JB Wendelken. I need one more bullpen arm. And then I just threw in an outfielder because our outfielder right now for left field is Cespedes. He's aging. I don't know if I want to bring him back anyways. So this is the deal that I'm making. So after those moves, let's take a look at the team. You guys can kind of see it here. Offensively, we look great. Like, I really like this team. Nelson Cruz was brought in. I think I did like 2 or 3 years. 31 years old. So he was kind of like that. One of those players that actually did get thrown back because they used like his legend card, his throwback card, flashback card. That's the word. Pablo Sandoval's 34, but they boosted his stats. You guys can see he looks great, or attributes, I should say. Omar Narvaez, Chris Davis, actually should be higher in the lineup here. Maybe right here, or maybe even Kutch to. We go like Pablo there. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. I like that. Cespedes is still here, and then we have Beer, Luplo, Torreyes, and Austin Allen. Farm system looks kind of meh, but I mean, with this team, we're set. Pitching rotation, I thought about trading Carlos Martinez because his contract does expire at the end of the year, and I feel like we could probably get a cheaper option. We just don't have a lot of good trade pieces that I want to get rid of right now, so we're just going to hold on to them. This is the team. This is the bullpen. I actually did sign Michael Givens, but like looking at him compared to the other guys that we have in the bullpen, I feel more confident in our bullpen arms right here than Michael Givens. So this is the team. I mean, we actually are looking pretty solid. Budget's a little tight, but again, Carlos Martinez becomes a free agent. Cespedes becomes a free agent. Sandoval becomes a free agent. And then the money that we'd spend elsewhere, I think we're going to be perfectly fine. Standings wise, we're ranked 1st in baseball. Speed and defense, not worried about it. So no biggie. Let's simulate the season and see you guys at the end of it. Season's over, and accidentally skipped the screen that says, hey, you made the postseason. But you guys can see the record, 113 and 49. Whoo, don't back out. All right, so standings wise, you guys can see the whole shebang there. 113 wins, 1 off the record. Yeah, 1 off the record, right? I think that's the record. 3.33 ERA as a team, outstanding. That slugging on then average. Oof, love to see that. Looking around the league, it looks like we're the best team by quite a bit. Love to see it. Let's take a look at league leaders. John Means. He's not going to win Cy Young because he doesn't have the strikeouts compared to other pitchers, but definitely doing some good things. Noelvi Marte is playing. Excuse me. Okay. Doubles. Yeah, it looks like Yelich back with the Marlins is popping off. 52 home runs. Ooh, what a season, by the way. 50 doubles, 52 home runs, 26 stolen bases, 350 average, and an 1161 OPS. maybe instead of McCutchen, we should have gone Yelich. You know, oops. But yeah, Yelich MVP for sure. Moustakas MVP for the AL. And Cy Young, King Felix is there. Not even John Means, but Felix instead. Okay. Batting title, reliever of the year, and then rookie of the year. Okay. All right. Some interesting stat win or league leaders or award winners there. That's the word I'm looking for. Ross Stripling, not as good as he was last year. Pitched less, so maybe that was something that happened. Wendell Kidd, not as good as I would have hoped. Alvarez, still one of the best like lefty relievers you can get for cheap. You've got Yohan Lopez. Pazos was okay. Dellin, dude, come on. You were outstanding last year as a closer. I get that, but come on. And then Liam Hendricks, you know what? For the first time, he didn't screw me over, so I'm pretty happy about that. King Felix still doing good numbers. Porcello, not as much. Carlos Martinez was solid. John Means was outstanding. Definitely should have been the Cy Young winner based on those stats. And Yoni Chirino still put up pretty good numbers. Pretty happy there. Like Michael Givens, I picked him up as like kind of like a player that I maybe would have made the team, but just not good enough. And then our bench was okay. So Nick Markakis still putting up really good numbers. Really happy about that. Love to see it. McCutchen, you know what? I say taking McCutchen was a mistake. He's still putting up really, really good numbers though. So Pablo Sandoval's putting up crazy numbers at the age of 34, but he's probably one and done with the team. I just picked him up. You got to have him on your team at one point, especially a prime version. Nelson Cruz. OPS dropped, average dropped, but he still hit 35 home runs. What? Chris Davis is still putting up pretty good numbers. I know he becomes a free agent next year, so I might just make him the DH. You know, might as well. Omar, like, because what's our stats? He's still a good hitter. Like, there's no reason to take him out. Omar Narvaez had a great season. Arias had a good year. Cespedes had a great. I mean, everybody had a really good year. So if we get knocked out, don't be surprised. So against the Reds, here we go. We swept them. Okay, that's a good start. We're taking on the Phillies now. John Means starting. I'm okay with that. Yeah, let's go like that. We'll just have Yoni Chirinos be the 5th. And here we go. Just don't lose. Okay, cool. World Series against the Rays, and they were the one that won the. They were the team that won the World Series last year. So this is gonna be a good matchup for us. Can we beat them? Can we beat them? We do. We win a World Series there. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. The team popping off. Narvaez, MVP. Wow. Okay. Let's go see who the postseason was. Yachty. I tried to get Yachty. I wanted to get a prime Yachty on the team. Unfortunately, just couldn't do it. Pitching, little suspect indeed. But the bullpen held it down. That is what I mean. Hendricks, yeah, he's a little high up there, but he's gonna have minimal appearances in the series and stuff. So I'm not too shaken up by the fact that he struggled a bit. Everybody else did quite well in the bullpen. You love to see it. You know, Cespedes, yeah, he hit 250, but still kind of popped off. That's a pretty good team performance. Let's hop into this last season, see what we can do with the team. All right, only exclusive negotiation is for Carlos Martinez. If he takes it, cool. If he doesn't, I'll probably just say no and then sign somebody else in free agency. And then arbitration, not Givens, but I'm going to give it to everybody else. Contracts, going to give it to everybody there. And can I afford him? Because he's slotting in at left field. Yes, I need a third baseman and a left fielder. Pitching shouldn't be affected at all. Pitching is going to stay the same. Starting rotation, I might trade Porcello, which will open up a little bit of money. We're a little tight on money right now, so I think I'm going to have to make some trades right now. Who could I trade to make this possible? Chris Davis. Chris Davis is big. Maybe Nelson Cruz as well, but I'm going to make a trade because I want Yelich on our team. All right, so I'm just going to go straight up for CJ Cron because it's going to open up a lot of money. And it's going to put us in a good spot. And then I think I said Nelson Cruz, which I guess it kind of makes sense. He had a bad year. I know him. He didn't have like a terrible year, but like it's one of those things where it's like it's going to open up a lot of money for us because like $2 million is still not a lot in the grand scheme of things. I did say I wanted to trade Porcello. That might help as well. Maybe trade Porcello instead. Just keep Nelson Cruz and just still try to sign Yelich. I'm going to trade Betances, Crone, and Porcello for Lance Lynn. I guess I could try to throw in a bullpen arm here, but let's just go with that. It dumps a lot of salary. I'm okay with that deal. Alrighty, final season. You ready to see the team? Somehow I was able to keep it within budget. This close. Look at that. 637. Whew. Somehow I was able to do it. Here you go. Here's the squad. Felix, Carlos Martinez, John Means, Lance Lynn, Chirinos. Bullpen's really the same except for Scott Alexander's come in. Bullpen was outstanding last year. No reason to change it. Lineup. Whew. McCutchen. We got Markakis, Yelich, Cruz. Brought in Matt Carpenter because we didn't bring back Pablo Sandoval, Narvaez, Arraez, Bichette, and then Seth Beer. I know you guys are anticipating the return of Seth Beer. Let's see how he does. Probably not going to do well, but we're going to give him a shot. We're going to give him a shot. The team. Still, it's not first anymore. We're ranked second. We did lose a little bit of power, but you know what? I'm still really happy with the team. It's crazy that we're able to create a team like this. A lot of players still in their prime, and I'm hoping that we just pop off. Like a 98 McCutchen. We got an 89 Markakis with good fielding. Yelich, obviously Yelich is insane. Cruz. I mean, this team's insane. Even a good Matt Carpenter, which as a Cubs fan, that pains me to say, but like, the dude know when he had that like 2-3 year span where he just did nothing but rake, it was insane. So let's get through this season, see how it goes, and I'm kind of excited. I mean, like, look at this team, it's so good. I'll see you guys at the end of it. All right, so last year was pretty good, right? What about this year? Just take a look. Take a look at it. 115 and 47. Are you serious? Whoo, talk about a season. We're gonna stop right there. Take a look at the standings again. The best team in baseball. There's no one even close. Okay, maybe the Dodgers. Oh no, it's the Giants. Okay, and look at that. We're 7th in baseball. The average as a team almost at 300. The ERA at 3.6. The slugging 507. Oof. Let's take a look at league leaders. Nelson Cruz with RBIs. McCutchen with hits. 219 and a 10 WAR. John Means again was really solid. Felix was good. Hendricks. Oh man, what an insane team it looks like. It just by the numbers, it looks like it's gonna be insane. Suarez with 51 home runs, Harper with 52, Nelson Cruz had 50. Let's take a look at awards, see what we had. An MVP for Nelson Cruz. I'm glad I didn't trade him. So glad I didn't trade him. We're gonna take a look at his stats when we take a look at the team. Suarez, Cy Young was Felix in the mix again. And then when you look at the rest of the award winners, okay, some interesting names for sure. So let's go take a look at this team. Stripling, probably should have gotten rid of him, but you know what? As a long reliever, that's okay. Wendelken got back on track. Ooh, Scott Alexander. Yohan Lopez, though, glitchy reliever. Pazos was good. Alvarez was solid. And Liam Hendricks, for once, he didn't just throw me under the bus and destroy me as a closer. Carlos Martinez was pretty bad. Probably not the best move to bring him back. John Means was outstanding. Lance Lynn was okay, and so was Yoni Chirinos, but I'm assuming we got carried by the offense. If, you know, the pitching was decent, but I definitely thought it could have been a little bit better. So McCutchen, what a season. Unbelievable. And this is in the leadoff role, the leadoff spot, and he was putting up these numbers. That's insane. Markakis did well. Yelich, outstanding. Not as good as he was last year, but still really good. Nelson Cruz. Matt Carpenter was good. Narvaez was good. Arraez was good. Bichette, okay, and Seth Beer was pretty solid as well. So everybody, unbelievable, crazy season. Let's take on the Marlins and get eliminated, right? We're about to get eliminated. I mean, the best season ever, and we're not gonna win anything. We're just not gonna win anything. We're not gonna win a World Series. I already know it. So let's keep going through this, see how this plays out. The Marlins were a World Series team in the first season. I remember that, but they did lose. So that's a little bit of a sour note for them. But so far we do have the lead, which is good, but it's been a very quiet game. So let's hope things work out. Yelich goes deep, makes it 2-0. And so far, Felix on a short rest is putting up a really good performance. That's going to be it most likely for him. Yeah, let's just be safe. Let's go Lopez. Like, he had a good season. Might as well give him another shot here. Gets out of it. Perfect. And take him out. Let's go Alvarez. Allows a home run. That's not what you want to see, but he does get out of the inning. So it comes down to our closer, Hendricks. I've been praising Hendricks so much. And then what does he go and do? Gives up. Ooh, I thought that was going to be the game. What happened to our offense? Where is our offense? Wendelken, can you just shut the door, please? No. What is... We lost to a team that was 88 and 74. How? How does that happen? That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. But that's the end of it. I hope you do enjoy it. If you do, thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel. We're approaching 30K subs. It would be amazing if we could hit that. In the comment section, let me know your videos, and I'll shout you out in a future video if I take your idea. And that's about it, guys. I'm going to leave you with 2 videos on screen now. Go and give them a watch if you haven't yet. And that's it. Peace.